everyone, in this video we're going to talk about the security breach that happened in Sina Weibo, which is one of the biggest social media platform in China. Usually companies are able to save majority of accounts in security breaches, but the thing that makes Sina Weibo different is shocking. You see, Sina Weibo has over 582 million monthly active users and 252 million daily active users. Now I give you a chance to guess how many accounts did Shinobi was able to save during the breach. Well, Shinobi wasn't able to save even one of the accounts. And that is a ridiculous level of security. And that is why Shinobi's data breach was one of the first security breaches in history. So now with that, I pass it to Jenny.
Thank you, Dev. Cyber attacks are unwelcome attempts to steal, expose, alter, disable, or destroy information through unauthorized access to computer systems. There can be many motivations and driving forces as to why these attacks can happen, as there can be a significant financial gain and a chance for data theft or business disruption as well. Cyber attacks can also be targeted. These targets can be inclusive to any person, or the most prominent targets are people in high positions of power who hold large influence. Companies as well can be subject to targeted attacks for the opportunity to create a message or the creation of a large disturbance. The motive behind this attack is not well documented or communicated very much. The hackers were able to successfully expose 538 million accounts on the dark web. This was a breach that released the private information of the users, which included the real name, site usernames, gender, and location of the website's users. The matter that is still up for debate is how this data was obtained, because it is known that the hacking took place in the year of 2018. The company's official version is that it happened during a dictionary attack. However, there is still speculation about this being the answer, as Chinese security experts detect technical irregularities with the company's claims. A definitive conclusion hasn't been reached yet, and the official version remains the same. So with that, I'll pass it on to Ashani.
Thank you, Jenny. Sina Weibo provides its users a way to find their friends by entering their phone numbers. Taking advantage of this, the hacker used a dictionary attack to get a hold of users' personal information from the company's database. In other words, the hacker, being the subject, was able to gain unauthorized access to the website's address book, which is the object in this case. Due to the vulnerability of information, this dictionary attack led to the online exposure and sale of users' phone numbers, names, gender, as well as their location. The company revealed, however, that no passwords were leaked. This breach could have been avoided by reinforcing role-based access control to the company's database to restrict external entities. Another suggestion, as taught in class, would be to store the information in hash form instead of plain text in the database. So with that, I'll pass it on to Omid.
Thank you, Ashani. While China has developed a reputation for cyber actions by state-backed APT groups against other countries, petty criminals' hacking of internal business is not tolerated by the government. Of course, that assumes that the perpetrators are in China. The only indication of this is that dark web ads advertising the Weibo users' data have been posted in Chinese. However, this would not be the first time the local hackers have tried their luck in spite of the odds. In 2018, a Chinese hacker breached the Huazhu Hotel Group and offered millions of customer records for sale on the dark web. Wei Xinghuo, Alibaba's former security chief, claimed on Weibo that details about millions of Weibo users, including himself, were available for sale online. According to some netizens who investigated during the subsequent public outcry, basic information of 538 million Weibo users, including phone numbers and addresses, was circulating on the dark web. Wei's post was eventually deleted, so with that, I'll pass it on to David.
Thank you, Omid. Weibo tried to downplay the situation by diverting the problem. In response to this, the MIIT, Ministry of Industry and Information Technology, itched for Weibo to increase its security against data theft and to improve its privacy policies. The exact steps that they used to stop these types of issues was never revealed by the government, however. Instead, here are some ways they may have used to stop the attack from happening again. Forced captchas after multiple failed attempts, to lock accounts after multiple failed attempts, or to monitor for suspicious activity. So with that, I'll pass it on to Dev.
So guys, in this video you learn about the Sina Weibo's background in the industry, why does the attacks happen in the first place, how did the Sina Weibo breach happen, the government and public response to the security breach, and what steps did Sina Weibo take to prevent the future breaches with Group 1. With that, please allow me to end this video and give us a 10 out of 10 rank if you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something new and have a nice day.